Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello. If you're new, make sure that you subscribe before you leave. That way you'll never miss out on another pick a card reading. I do one every single Friday. If I sound extra nasally today, it's because I'm just getting over a cold, so just bear with me through the reading. I promise you the reading is going to be really, really good. So today we're going to be talking all about what is our relationship with time. I feel like until we can pinpoint and narrow down what exactly is our relationship with time, that's when we can change it if it needs to be changed, and then like acknowledge if it's working and all that stuff. And this reading really inspired me because this is something that I'm going through in my own life right now, where I'm trying to figure out what exactly is my relationship with time. So this is kind of like a reading that I'm doing with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to pick pile number 1, 2, or 3, or whatever you're drawn to. If you're drawn to the selenite crystal, if you're drawn to the Shiva and labradorite, if you are drawn to Ganesh and selenite. So go ahead and pick, and let's get started with the reading. By the way, if you guys are interested in any of these wands and amulets and mini shrines, then go ahead and head over to my shop, and I'll leave the link down below so you guys can go check it out. Okay, for everybody that picked card group number 1 or the selenite crystal, let's go ahead and start with your reading. What is your relationship with time? So it seems like there's an obsession that you have with time, that you're kind of afraid of change, and it's almost like the fear is so strong that it makes you lazy. Like you're so afraid that time is passing you by, or you're so afraid to grasp an opportunity because maybe of limiting beliefs, maybe because you think you don't deserve it, maybe because you think if I take this opportunity, my entire life will change. It's something of that kind of an energy where you're almost afraid of time, and you're just afraid of the changes that naturally come with time. And here are a few things that need to happen in order for you to just invite the changes that time has, because it's always in your favor. And a lot of the times we don't see it is because we get stuck in our comfort zone, and we think that if this thing changes, if my lifestyle changes, if my job changes, like what if I lose this, what if I lose that, what if this, what if that. But one of the first things that comes up for you is surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So yeah, like I feel like you just kind of block a lot of opportunity, a lot of success. Like maybe people approach you with like, hey, you want to go out tomorrow night, or hey, you want to do this, hey, you want to come work in my office a few days a week, hey, like anything. Like it could be really good proposals and opportunities that come to you, but you're almost afraid to take these, or even to let yourself think about taking these opportunities, because you think maybe that like you were taught that you have to have a 9-to-5 job or you won't succeed, or something along the lines where it's like you're following the things that you've been taught, and therefore time is passing you by, and it makes you really worried that are you wasting your time, or are you spending your time wisely? And then the next card that comes up for you, I'm sorry if I'm like super nasally, like I said, I'm getting over a cold, but the next card that comes up for you is to surrender the idea that you can fix someone. So it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. So it also seems like another reason that time passes you by is because you give a lot of your time to others. Like if somebody approaches you with a problem, or you see somebody in distress, or your kids, if you have kids, or your family, your friends, whoever, coworkers, boss, whatever, it seems like you're giving another person, another being, more time than you're giving yourself. And the universe is asking you to take back some of that time for yourself. That's a big thing. And then the next card that comes up is surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So I feel like you're another type of, this is another habit of yours, is that you're constantly just trying to do everything yourself, and it just makes you feel like you're that less in control of time. Like the faster and faster time is going by is because first you're spending so much of your time on someone else or other people. Next, like, you won't allow somebody to do something for you. It's very hard for you to do that. And another thing is you feel this disconnection with the creator, which is source, God, spirit, your higher self. And if you can do these things, if you can allow other people to help you, allow other people in, there will be a shift in the way that there will be a shift in your relationship with time, is what I'm trying to say. So I hope this reading gave you a little bit of clarity. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you stay tuned because I have a lot of exciting videos coming up. Okay, for everybody that picked card group number 2 or the Shiva shrine, let's go ahead and read your cards. So what is your relationship with time? So the first thing that comes in is you feel like you don't have a grip on time, like you don't have control of time. And a lot of your life kind of revolves around this, and it feels like you don't even know it. But if you can understand that a lot of your anxieties come from the fact that you feel like time is passing you by, and you feel like you don't have this grip on time where you can fully embrace time in the moment and fully live time in its moment. Like, it's very hard for you to do that. You don't have that kind of control within yourself to just really enjoy and embrace every moment in time. And this is partly because you project. And this actually, I can relate to this a lot. And so I really like this reading because I do this a lot. I project onto time. I project my insecurity onto time. I will project all the bullshit that I have learned in my childhood that, you know, is not necessarily healthy or doesn't necessarily serve me, that I'm still trying to unlearn. But I project a lot of that BS onto the time that I have now, and onto the moments that I have now. Like, for example, we're taught to put our work above and beyond anything else. So if there's a beautiful moment and it happens to be in the middle of like your work hours, I don't know, like how do I explain this? It's like you miss out on this moment because you feel like, no, I have to stay here, I have to work. When in reality, it's those little moments that are like catching up to you, that you put something else above moments that you feel like you should have treasured. And so now in the moments that you have now, you're just projecting that fear, like, what if I don't treasure this moment? Like, or you just kind of feel, how do I say it, resentful that like I can't enjoy this moment because I have to do this. That kind of a feeling. And this is where we get into something a little bit deeper. The fact that you do feel like this, the fact that you have this emotion, you have this anxiety over time, tells you that you are very aware that you are a free spirit. You don't like to be chained down. A 9-to-5 type of a job may not be for you. And if you are in one right now, it may be one of the reasons why you are not happy. Because your spirit is the type of a spirit where it can't be stuck in an office 9-to-5 working to build someone else's dream up. You're the type of spirit that wants to work for yourself, for your own business, to build yourself up. And so like if you are in a 9-to-5 job right now, it's probably like causing a lot of resentment and making you really pissed off because you have to spend your time there when you would rather be doing something else. This reading has a very, very strong energy of you having to do something that you resent because you'd rather be doing something else. And that comes to surrendering to your intuition. This is a huge way that you can control this anxiety, that you can actually like rebuild your connection with time. I'm sorry that I'm getting extra nasally. I could feel myself getting extra nasally because I'm getting over a cold. Okay, so It says time or tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. So instead of, I feel like you also really think of time like a parasite. It's almost like you've also started to resent time because you feel like time is never in your favor. But this is very powerful. The fact that you picked the Shiva amulet and the fact that you picked him on the labradorite crystal, this is all changing for you. Like there's a huge turning point in your life that is about to create a lot of shifts, because Shiva is the god. He's a destroyer. He's basically the destroyer of destroying what doesn't serve us anymore, and then creating more beauty, creating more prosperity, creating more abundance, creating a more soulful, rich life. And so the fact that he's sitting on a labradorite crystal, labradorite is the stone of getting rid of stagnant, dull energy. It's the stone of getting rid of boring energy. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on. Your relationship with time is like you're bored and you feel like you're missing out on so many moments because you're stuck somewhere else. And a way that you can help yourself right now is to really listen to your gut. If you feel like you need to be somewhere else or you need to be doing something else, follow it. And so I hope that this reading gave you a little bit of clarity and guidance. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for my nasally voice. I'm just getting over a cold, so just bear with me, and I will talk to you guys in my next reading. So for everybody that picked card group number 4, let's go ahead and see what is your relationship with time. So it seems like the first card that came up is a peaceful among thorns. So you are very, very patient. Like with time, it seems like you're very, very patient, but it seems like you're so patient in a way that you feel like people take a lot of your time from you. It's like you can sit there amongst chaos. You have this ability to compose yourself and be grounded. Even when things are chaotic around you, you can still keep moving forward. And I feel like people can see that. You have this calmness about you and patience about you, and some people can kind of take advantage of that, which comes to our next card, which is surrender to your soul's path. So in this card, the message is your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Here's the thing. You have this amazing ability to ground yourself and compose yourself. You have this amazing patience within you, this calmness, this sereneness, and it's almost like maybe in a past life you were like a monk or like a priest. Not a priest, I don't like that word. Ew, I don't like that word. Like a monk, yeah, like a Buddhist, or just very, very, very spiritual being. And now you feel that, like that aspect of you like carried on into this life, but you still feel like something is missing from your time. Like just something is missing, and what is missing is the fact that you're giving away too much to others, and people kind of take it from you. People take your time away from you without even you realizing it. So the universe is asking you right now to become aware of it and to be more focused on your own life lessons and your own life moments rather than kind of being sucked into everyone else's. And this comes to our next card, which I feel like you have this tendency to compare your life with other people, and maybe even compare like, okay, is the way that I'm living my lifestyle, is it appropriate? Is it okay? Is it the right way? Is it the wrong way? Am I doing everything right? You know, like everything you've been taught since childhood from your parents, school, manners, habits, like patterns that you've picked up. Now is a time where the universe is asking you to question which ones of these behaviors and traits and patterns and teachings do you want to keep in your life, and which ones do you want to disregard? Which ones are making you love your time here on earth, and which ones are making you resent or hate your time here on earth. It's time for you to question and answer this within yourself. Because it seems like there's a lot of areas of your life that you find boring. Like you want more fun, you want more spontaneous energy, you want the roads to open. Like you feel stuck and stagnant in a way too. So this is affecting your relationship with time, because you're almost like thinking of time as something bad or negative because you feel like it's not in your favor. That comes to our next card, which is innocence. If I'm getting extra nasally, I'm sorry. I said it so many times in the video because I keep getting like super nasally. I'm getting over a cold. So please bear with me. But the innocence card comes up, and this is where it feels like this has a lot to do with your childhood. Your relationship with time was very intensely heavily focused or influenced. It was very, very heavily influenced in your childhood. Your perception of time and how you manage time, like how you spend your time, all of these things were very, very heavily influenced in your childhood, and it carried on in your adulthood. And now you're trying to unlearn a lot of these things. And the universe is saying that keep going. Like the fact that you got this, surrender to your soul's path. So follow your heart, follow your spirit, embrace your own moments of your own life. Don't ever feel guilty for trying to experience your own moment in your own life. You know, it's not something you should feel guilty for, because this is your life. This is your time. Everyone else has their own life and their own time. They have their own 24 hours in a day, and you have your own 24 hours in a day. And it's time for you to take those 24 hours of your day and decide what exactly do you want to do with it. You don't have to spend any time doing anything for someone else that you don't want to. So keep that in mind. And the fact that you picked the selenite crystal with the and the Ganesh, this is a crystal that, or this whole like thing is made for cutting through obstacles and cutting through things that don't serve you anymore. Ganesh is a remover of obstacles and the bringer of joy, the bringer of happiness. And it's on a selenite crystal. It has pyrite crystal. So it's a lot of high energy that you were drawn to. Road opening energy, and also like invitation of happiness energy that you were drawn to. That's why you picked this reading. So expect that these things are on their way to resolving in your life. So that's very, very exciting. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.